Welcome to this week's Race Room. Coming up on today's show, we've got all the latest from the world of MotoGP out in Mugello, and we've got the best motorsport tweets of the week. So MotoGP was out in Mugello at the weekend. It was going to be a tricky race for Marc Marquez. He'd said himself before the race that he thought it was about time his winning streak came to an end and that someone like Lorenzo or Valentino Rossi knocked him off the top spot. Valentino Rossi in front of the home crowd in Mugello, so we were expecting great things from him. He dominated between 2002 and 2008 there. So was it to be? Marc Marquez put his Repsol Honda on pole position, his 6th consecutive pole position of the year, but it didn't quite go according to plan. He ended up in 3rd place off the start, with Iannone taking the lead and then Lorenzo in front. It took until lap 17 for Marc Marquez to finally catch up with Lorenzo before he could make his move, and then the lead switched 11 times between the two of them. Lorenzo benefiting from the corners and Marc Marquez from the straight line. Finally though, it was Marc Marquez who crossed the line 0.121 of a second in front of Lorenzo. There's Marquez on the podium. And actually Rossi did do pretty well. He started from 10th on the grid and finished in 3rd. But his podium position really paling into insignificance because of the battle between these two, Lorenzo and Marquez. And Marquez now, he could sit out 2 races and he would still be leading the World Championship. That is just awesome from the guy who's only done 1 full year in MotoGP. And of course, we now move to Catalunya, Marc Marquez's home race for the next MotoGP round. So, of course, he's now going to have the home crowd behind him. What do you think? Do you think Marquez will be able to make it 7 consecutive victories? Comment below, tell me what you think, and actually tell me what you think of MotoGP in general, and hopefully we can have a good old chat on the thread. Get involved. Right, so what has the camera seen this week? We found this shot from Tim Schmee, aka Schmee150. He's taking part in the Gumball. I'll tell you a bit more about that later, but he's put this amazing picture of a Rolls-Royce Phantom up. It is wrapped in velvet and chrome, and we've been debating, we can't decide what it is actually on the boot. If you know what it is it the Scottish flag? Is it a reflection? Is it a little bit of a car behind that you can see? Let us know what you think, but what a cool car. Lots of these cars with velvet wraps about these days. Tell me what you think of it. And our next camera scene picture, yeah, this I saw on Facebook, GoShareCarsSomething.com, something like that. They've shared this. There may be trouble ahead, and then I love the rest of the signs: love and romance, music and moonlight. Oh, it's also romantic. A romantic race room for you today. If you've got any pictures, send them in, and we'll put them in next week's What the Camera's Seen. Time for tweets of the week. We've been looking through all the motorsport tweets of the week, and these are what we found you. Ugh, this is so gross. This is Danny Pedrosa for his arm operation. He had the arm pump operation. Yeah, it looks like he's been sort of eaten by jaws almost with these clips. Oh my God, not normal stitches that dissolve, like metal hooks. He actually had a bit of problem with it over the weekend, so I think he's going to be going to see an expert to deal with that. He's not the only one as well. Stefan Bradl having an arm pump operation too. So it's a common MotoGP injury, but I mean, oh, I do not like it. Next tweet, please, actually, before I have a little sick moment. New Rosberg versus Hamilton designs in the WTF1 shop. I'm not slower than you, there's something in my eye. Yes, what an excuse, poor Lewis Hamilton. He had to come up with something at least to prove that he couldn't pass Nico Rosberg out in Monaco. What will happen this weekend though, out in Montreal? Who will win? We'll talk about that in the coming up section of the show. Next tweet, please. Now, Le Mans is not far away. Now, lots of facts here. Did you know, being the hashtag on this tweet, 56 entries to the year's race, 13 different nationalities, 27 different nationalities being represented. That's a bit different, there we go. The 168 drivers in the race, 37 are French. So many facts. Do you know any facts? Share them with us, comment below about Le Mans. And next tweet, what have we got here? Fernando Alonso, simulator work. Oh, he's so good at his selfies. I love this. It's kind of a bit confusing. Don't know what it's doing to my eyes there. Quite a good one. And the next one, please. This is our final tweet. Red Bull Motorsports, they love their hashtag on this day. In 1991, on this day, Nelson Piquet scored his last Formula One win. Look at him there, very, very nice shot there. And also on this day, 44 years ago, Bruce McLaren died at Goodwood. So lots to be thinking about today, and that's your tweets. So this weekend, F1 heads to Montreal to the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. A strong track for Lewis Hamilton. That battle between him and Nico Rosberg is going to continue. If Lewis can put it on pole, can he keep it together mentally to take the win? WRC moves to Sardinia out in Italy. We'll be following that closely as Jari-Matti Latvala tries to prove that he's got what it takes to take the challenge to his teammate and the current world champion Sébastien Ogier. Can he win again, make it his third rally win of the season? We're also going behind the scenes at Gumball 3000. They'll be in London on Sunday on Regent Street, so come and say hello. We'll have wristbands to give out. Just try and look out for my microphone. But we'll see you next week for more Race Room 2.